Peace and blessings, family. This is Nakia, aka Queen Peace, and it is shadow time. Okay, welcome. This is all about mastering yourself right now. And as we're going through the Jungian guide, or the definitive guide, or a guide for shadow work, we are in the session about, right? 5 tips for when you engage in Jungian shadow work. And the second tip, number 2, is cultivate self-compassion. And so what we have here, as I'm reading through the guide, is excuse me, before you get to know your shadow, it is helpful to cultivate a sense of unconditional friendliness with oneself. In Buddhism, it's called Maitri. This is really big. Some of us hate the world because we hate ourselves. I'll just put it like that. Some of us can't love someone else because we don't love ourselves. Some of us don't have patience with others because we don't have patience with ourselves. And the list goes on, right? And if you're not your own friend and you're trying to be everybody else's friend and you don't think that you're worthy of being it, that can be very detrimental to yourself, right? And so with this part of talking about unconditional friendliness, I am my best friend, right? I love myself. And when I don't, and I've had times where I don't, make sure that the people that are surrounding you are positive and uplifting. And that will help you to remember to get back on track of you being a great person, right? Get yourself in those spaces where they love you, they support you, and you're doing a great job, right? And you have those positive reflections. Because if not, the possibility and the likelihood for you to go into a downward spiral into depression is very high, right? So love yourself, be friends with yourself, right? And one of the things it says here is that without friendliness and self compassion, it is difficult to look at our darker stuff, right? Because then at every single step, I see, you'll judge every part of it. And then you can't truly heal. And so you can, a telltale sign is if you're very judgmental of others, if others are not getting it right. Everybody is wrong but you, right? And so there's something about that perception and that mindset, right? In order to make sure that you make a positive change in your own life. So have that compassion for yourself, okay? And then if you're hard on yourself when you make mistakes, it is difficult to confront your shadow side. And that, again, is very true. We have to love ourselves. We have to be open to the healing that needs to be in process, right? And then, if you're accustomed to feeling shame or guilt, you need to transmute these emotions with friendliness, self acceptance, and self compassion. Okay, so you do those things, loving yourself, be compassionate. And the more you can be compassionate for yourself, right, the more you can be compassionate to others, but it has to start with yourself. Okay. So that's the key takeaway. Be compassionate as you're going through this work, right? Because it can be challenging, it can be hard, and it's hard to kill off parts of you that you normally would hide. So I give you full support, charge you fully as you go through this work, and just know that you are not alone. People are doing it all around, and it is not an easy task. All right. This is Nakia, aka Queen Peace, signing off. And know that I'm here to help you in mastering yourself, right? And so make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Click that little notifications button. That sounds good too. And always remember, be true, be brilliant, be you. Peace.